Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you have all been well. So today's video is a chit chat get ready with me on this look right here, and honestly I'm pretty surprised it turned out looking this nice because like I swear I was on the struggle train while I was filming this video. So I promise you guys I didn't have Aya in the background the whole time. She did take a nap, so it was just like me being personal with you guys. And yeah, let's just get into this look and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Okay you guys, so I am back to do a chit chat get ready with me. I haven't done one of these in a very long time, and the reason that I usually don't is because there's a little girl back there. You see her by the door. I think she's just behind right here, so you can't really see her. But she's the reason I don't do them. So I'm using my Loreal Pro Glow. I haven't used anything since I started using it. I'm gonna take my Eloise Beauty brush. And you guys, like I just washed this brush, so I was curious if the bristles were gonna spread out again and be like as flawless as it was before. So far, so good. Today is actually Valentine's Day here in Japan. It is Tuesday the 14th. I don't even think we have any plans today. Like that's what happens when you guys get married and you have a baby, just like time gets away from you. When we were dating, I swear it used to be cards and trips and presents and expensive stuff. Like we used to spend so much money on just like careless things when we were both active duty. Well, like now he's only active duty, but when we were both active duty, I swear there wasn't like a want that we didn't purchase just because like we could so easily afford everything. And now it's still kind of similar. Like I don't feel like there's a lot of stuff out there that I want that we don't have. Like we're pretty blessed, but like I'm definitely a lot more frugal now and I care about like what I spend my money on. Next, I'm gonna go in with my MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in NC30. And NC30 is like a pretty dark shade for me. I say I'm like a solid like NC20. But when I use it on my acne and blend it out, you can't really tell that it's a lot darker. And I kind of just let it sit on the bad acne points of my face so it can grab onto my skin and give me like the ultimate coverage. And you guys, if you... like I skipped on concealer for so long, but now I just use it as like another foundation layer. Like I'm so obsessed with concealer because it really like transforms your skin. Blend this out just a little bit. So now for the center of my face, I go in with the NYX HD concealer. I've been trying to get the Shape Tape for months, but I refuse to order off of Tarte's website because they take like 2 months to ship out here. So I've been waiting for it to come back in stock in Ulta. I also looked for the Shape Tape when I was in the States in October and December, mind you. I went to like 6 different Ulta locations and they were all sold out of the shade that I needed. So your girl still hasn't tried that. I just don't understand why they're not producing enough quantities and it's always sold out. I understand the hype is real, but why can't they recognize that the hype is real and produce enough concealers? That's my question. I'm going to set everything with the Maybelline Master Fix powder. And I know like a lot of girls, like I used to be one of them, I used to like challenge myself to wear drugstore makeup. Like I used to be like, Taylor, put down the expensive-ish, you have to do a drugstore tutorial, you have to figure it out. But now, since I've become like so more like frugal with my money, I use mostly drugstore products anyways. And I actually know a few people where they're like, I just haven't tried anything drugstore that I like. And I just don't, I mean I'm sure it's possible, but like this Maybelline powder though, the Maybelline pencil that I use for my eyebrows, they're like really good. So I kind of don't understand it, but like to each their own. Okay, so I'm done with my brows. Finally, they just like weren't cooperating today. But I'm gonna do an intense orange eye. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take this orange shade from Makeup Forever It's in the shade M664. You guys, I love these Makeup Forever shadows. The only thing is that they're just like so expensive. They're like really expensive. I haven't had a clean blending brush in so long, it's almost disturbing. Okay, so I'm just gonna put that in the crease. But so I asked you guys on Snapchat, what do you want to see? And a couple of you sent me like a baby update. So I guess I can just give you some rundown right now, even though I don't know what to include in a baby update. CJ and I have been talking about like having another baby, just because like I feel like I have a half sister. She's 9 years older than me, so like we were never in the house or like could share a lot of things together because of the significant like age difference. And I kind of want a big family, like for Mariah, and just for like when I get older, I just think like a big family is awesome. Like when you're older, everyone can come home for Thanksgiving and stuff. But like I can't imagine being home with 2 of them. Like it just seems really challenging to me, and I know there's like a bunch of you moms out there that do it, but it's kind of already difficult like managing like your own life and like your own like daily tasks with 1 baby, and I cannot imagine 2. But I guess it's like all about like how you raise them, because I know a couple of moms with like 2 kids and they got it like totally out of control. I mean totally in control. Their kids are pretty like well behaved, but then I've seen a couple of moms and it's just like they're losing their mind and they just have like a bad quality of life, and I don't want that. But yeah, tell me how you guys feel. Do you feel like when you have 2 kids, like is it a complete like game changer? Do you feel like it's just like too much? Is it more than you thought it would be? Or is it like less and it's really not that bad because you're already doing certain things for like 1 kid already? Let me know. I'd be curious to know. Next, I'm gonna go in with a dark brown. This is Cocoa Bear from Makeup Geek. It's super warm, and I'm gonna take that on a more like tapered brush. I'm just going to darken the crease. So yeah, let's talk about New Year's resolutions. Did you guys make any? I know a whole bunch of people were on the weight loss train. Let me know how that's doing. If you've dropped some weight, let me know so I can get some inspo. And it's not like, I don't know, I feel like it's really hard being like an average size girl in Japan because like the women here are so small, you guys. I think like the average size of a woman here is like, they have to be only like 115 pounds. They are so small, and it sucks because like all the stores here are of course like catered to them. It just like makes you feel a lot bigger than you are living in Japan. When I go home to the States, I'm just like, yes, like finally I like fit in, and I might even be like the smaller girl because out here I'm always like the biggest one, and I'm not even like that big. It's just crazy. So I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do in the UK when we move there, like job-wise or like passion-wise. And a big part of me wants to try working for MAC because I think like I would learn like so much. And if I decide to freelance after that, that would be totally fine because I would have the background and I would have the knowledge, I'd have the pro discount, I'd have the experience. And I just think it would be awesome. But like another part of me is just like, do I really want to work retail? Because I've never done it before. My only jobs, I worked at Subway and then I just went straight into the military. Like I joined the Air Force when I was 18. So I only have Subway experience, but like in the Air Force I worked a customer service job. Not all jobs in the Air Force are customer service, like of course. But like mine was, I worked personnel, so I dealt with like people's records, their assignments, where they're PCSing, their like performance reports. Like that was my job, and managing all their personal records and stuff, like that was me. It was an administrative job. So I have a lot of experience with like people, but I do not have a lot of experience working retail, like at all. Zero, zilch. This one, this is also from Makeup Forever. It's like a pretty orangey gold. But like honestly, you guys, I have been thinking of like trying to get back into the gym. When I was in the Air Force, like of course, like I was in the military, but I was like super fit. I could outrun CJ. Like I used to run maybe like 10 miles a week, and I was fast. So when CJ and I started dating and stuff, we would run the flight line at Yokota, which is where we met, our first base in mainland Japan. We used to run the flight line, and he used to like struggle to keep up with me. But like, I feel like I've just like let myself go, because like being forced to work out on those certain days, like when I separated, I was just like, man, so glad they don't get to tell me what to do anymore. And in that like rebellious mind, like that attitude set, I like stopped working out completely. Okay, so I feel like my eyes are like kind of messy and like not that good. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some liner. I'm gonna make it almost like bold, dramatic liner today. Okay, so now that we have our wings on, I can go ahead and deepen up the outer corner. I moved Mariah to her bedroom so I can speak freely. I'm gonna take a little bit of black on a pencil brush, and I'm just gonna go right over here. And usually, you guys, like, I don't use black at all. Like, I don't know, like I usually just use lots of dark browns to create intensity. But lately, like I've been all about black eyeshadow. Next, I'm gonna take a little tapered blending brush like this, and I'm just gonna buff out my crease and the edges of that black. I'm not exactly loving the lid, so I'm gonna go in with some glitter. I'm gonna use MAC glitter in Reighning Ritches. It's like a pretty gold orange, and then I'm gonna use my Urban Decay Midnight Cowboy to make it stick. I'm gonna take my Ardency in gel liner in black. It's basically like the only liner that I use. I'm gonna start out here and bring it in. Okay, so I applied some lashes and I did my lower lash line, like I finished it up. So I'm just going to highlight my inner corner with nylon again, because I'm boring. Okay, so now we are moving on to face, the fun part, the finito details part. I'm going to take my Jordana sculpt stick and go around my hairline. You guys, I've never really been one for cream contouring. I was like, I cover it up with powder, what's the point? But I think like what I have going on now, contour wise, is like the best I've ever had. Like I've had some harsh stuff going on before, but now I feel like I got it figured out just a little bit. Like I'll probably look back on these videos from like a year from now, and I'll just be like, what the hell was I doing? But as of right now, I like what I'm doing. I'm going to blend out all of that gray with my Makeup Forever matte bronzer. I actually looked on the website at Sephora and I didn't see this anymore, so I wonder if this is gone. But this shade is like perfect for light skin. I'm just going to blend it all out. So I feel like this is like the best way I've been getting dimension in my face. I really like the process. And basically you just like go over everything, but just how like you do different layers of eyeshadow, it's kind of like the same thing for your face. That's what I do at least. Like this is like if I'm like going out with girlfriends or something, or just playing around with makeup, like I tend to go for these heavy looks. I know they're not everyone's cup of tea, so you don't have to tell me that you can never go anywhere with that much makeup on. Like that's like a personal preference. Just like if someone was showing you an outfit, you wouldn't comment and be like, I would never go anywhere wearing that. Or maybe you would comment. Me personally, I never feel the need to comment anything like that. I don't know, but some people do it and don't see like a problem. I'm not saying like it's a negative criticism. I'm just saying like, maybe it is negative. Like I kind of don't know how to take that sometimes. I would never go anywhere wearing that. Like I feel like there's only one way to take that, and it's not in like a positive way. For highlight, I'm going to mix these two. First, I'm going to go in with a NYX Snow Rose. The thing about these though, they're like extremely powdery. They're like eyeshadow fallout powdery. It's interesting. Next, I'm going to go in with MAC Soft Frost. For blush, I'm going to go in with this Clinique Ginger Pop. Looks like this. I haven't used these in quite a long time. I remember I was like so excited to get them though. Okay, so for my lips, I want a dramatic like ombre, like Orpha Zanelli pout. So I'm going to go in with the MAC Soar. Who are your guys' biggest YouTube crushes? Mine is I love Sarah E. Sarah E. Sarah E. Sarah E. You guys know who I'm talking about, Karen? Oh my god, I don't think I've ever seen like a more beautiful person in my life. She is so beautiful. She's like my biggest crush. Like makeup with Ja, I think her talent is like so good, and I love seeing someone who's like so different, and I think it's refreshing because I feel like all these big YouTubers like do the same stuff like constantly. If you follow me on Snapchat, you hear me rant about it pretty often. I can't help it because it's just so irritating to me. I feel like some girls just do the same brown smoky eye and then they do something different and they're like, oh, my new technique. And I'm just like, you didn't invent that. Like, I just get so annoyed with it. And I'm actually like one of those people who are like, well, if something annoys you, why do you watch it? And I'm just like, oh, like why do I do it for myself? Like I'm becoming those people who I don't like. But man, sometimes I just get so irritated. For my lip, I want to do something pale because you guys, you know, I said I want to do the ombre. So I'm going to go in this with a Bonnie Cosmetics High Rise. Now, usually I'm not a fan of pale pinks, but when I make it an ombre lip, I like really dig it. So we're going to do that. Yes. And you know, I've wanted to get my lips done. CJ is like super against it, but it's not like really his choice, you know? But the thing that scares me the most is like how I'm gonna maintain it and what they're gonna look like when they start going flat. That scares me. If you guys got your lips done, totally let me know below and let me know like your pros and cons, because I really want to get it done. I kind of wish it was more nude and not so pink. Okay, so I just put on this combo. This is MAC Strip Down with Too Faced Melted Sugar, and I'm going to go over it with a Colourpop gloss. This is the gloss in Weho. Weho? And then what I do, oh my god, you guys, I'm still not done. I'm like, I seriously, when I just like have nothing to do besides makeup all day, like this, I'm here this long, I seriously am. Since we set our face with Fix Plus, I'm gonna go back in. I'm just going to make sure my highlight is still popping. If I wasn't taking photos for Instagram, I would just leave like this because I have like a natural highlight going on. But I am taking photos today and it really doesn't show through in photos. Maybe like, because I've gotten a few girls who are like, oh, I do my makeup, but like it's just not showing through in photos. That's because you have to pack the makeup on, you guys. You have to pack it. on. So I'm gonna go over with blush again too. Oh, Taylor, why are you wearing a purple highlight with like a nude and orange glitter look? I have no idea. I don't know why. It just happened. I need a little color in the center of my face, so I'm gonna go in with this Wet n Wild blush. This is in pearlescent pink, and all I'm gonna do is go like that. And I'm gonna go over that space right between my highlights and the rest of my face. Gradual. It's a gradual look. And then I always just like dust whatever else is left on my forehead. And then since I still don't like what's going on down there, it's definitely not as defined as I would like. I'm gonna take some translucent powder and I'm gonna sculpt it. Like again, this is all just me being like super extra. So please don't come for me. It really... Okay, so let me get something straight for you guys. So when I speak things, like I'm not saying them face to face to you, even though it may seem like that because like I'm in your cell phone, I'm in your computer. I'm not insulting you personally. But when you say anything back to me, it's a personal insult because I'm the only one seeing it. You guys get what I'm saying? I had a girl rip me to shreds for saying I was disappointed in the Jacqueline and Morphe collab. Like she literally insulted everything about me because I said I was disappointed. That's all I said. So just like keep that in mind. Like I know sometimes it's easy to get like a super wrong impression really fast. But when you guys like say mean things to someone, like they take it personal. Like you don't have to take it personally because I'm not personally talking to you. But when you write something back to me, you're personally talking to me. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah. That's all I'm doing for my face pretty much. And I'm gonna blend that out. So yeah, this is like the finished look. I think I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. So yeah, that's the look. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Hopefully you don't hate me now that like you know more about me, and hopefully we're cool. But yeah, I know I asked you guys a lot of questions like while I was doing my makeup, so just like leave me your thoughts down below if you want to see more chit chat get ready with me, if the baby in the background doesn't bother you. Thank you, and thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye. And I just like sell my makeup for cheap. I mean, it's good stuff. It's like I have a Naked 3 palette in there, I have a Bobbi Brown highlight.